At first, I was a little bit hesitant and even reluctant to make this video, but I thought about it and I said to myself, I'm not in this industry to try to make friends with anybody other than just to put myself up in the rise of YouTube. And in order to do that, you have to be very definitive about your opinions and how you feel about certain things. And of course, you have to understand this is just a matter of opinion and subjective language rather than any objectivity behind it. I will drop objectivity because it is one of the things that I would like to specialize in, but I'm also going to give you some stern opinions on this matter at hand regarding Chael Sonnen's comments of Islam Makhachev being the biggest heel in the history of mixed martial arts. Now, why did he say that? For one, he made a comment about Charles Oliveira, saying that there's too many black belts in the sport of MMA, and in particular BJJ. And that also goes into questioning about the culture of BJJ. Now, are there gyms out there that are giving way too much black belts out? Perhaps. Maybe there is some merit to that particular opinion. You also have to take into consideration Islam Makhachev comes from a country where the bottom dollar of a gym really doesn't matter. In fact, I don't think the gym that Islam Makhachev grew under really had to pay any memberships in a way that you would pay $100 something memberships to join one of these top-level gyms from around the world, and in particular in the United States. In fact, their whole entire system is based upon government funding, and not only that, also just the merits of the village helping out each other in a sport where everybody's trying to get better at, right? That type of thing. But with that financial incentives that many of these jiu-jitsu instructors have, you really have to think about, man, you know what? Maybe there is some truth to the fact that they are just promoting black belts a little bit too soon and a little bit on a higher rate than they should. Now, it is no certain of anyone's imagination, right, that Charles Oliveira is a formidable submission artist. I think you can be certain about that. Let me be very honest, right? You can be very certain about that because numbers don't lie. He has the most submissions in all of UFC's finishing history, and statistics and numbers don't lie. So perhaps maybe he has some merit to that, but you also have to understand Charles Oliveira is nothing more than a rival to Islam Makhachev, and as such, you have to talk to him as such and relay your message in that particular matter at hand. And if that's going to be unappealing to a lot of people, then so be it. This is the reason why Chael Sonnen called him the biggest heel in mixed martial arts history, because he's calling out something that really the jiu-jitsu community really needs to be called out on. For one, again, objective opinion, or not even an opinion, Charles Oliveira is the most decorated submission artist in UFC's history. That's not an opinion, that's a fact based on just the merits of statistics alone. Now, my subjective opinion, I just think that there's a weirdness in jiu-jitsu culture. Many of these guys have this cult-like mentality where sometimes they don't like other guys training with other guys for whatever reason they have. I think that's just weird. That's really weird, and again, you can have your own opinion on it. This is mine. My opinion is that I think that they also do a little way too much, right? In other words, look, you got to understand something. As Muslim guys, we have our own culture, we have our own way of life, we have our own way of thinking, and jiu-jitsu is not a religion to us. Unfortunately, to a lot of people, jiu-jitsu is a religion and a way of life, right? Whereas with Muslim fighters, and in particular Dagestanis, they just look at jiu-jitsu as an important tool that they need to learn, whether to counter it or whether to do it themselves in order to slap it on someone in order for them to gain the victory or prevent a certain victory or prevent a certain finishing sequence from their opponent. But other than that, make no mistake, jiu-jitsu is a weird culture. In the gyms, in the way that some instructors have these certain set of rules, such as you can't cross-train with one guy over the other. And then on top of that, just this really annoying aspect of them trying to emulate surfer culture with always trying to do this every time they see somebody. Now, again, everybody has their own taste. They have their own way of looking at things. But man, Chael Sonnen is absolutely correct when he said that Islam Makhachev is the biggest heel of mixed martial arts just based on this alone. Don't forget to like and subscribe as I give you some real hot takes and strong definitive opinions that you want and desire in this world of YouTube MMA. Inshallah.